Hello YouTube and welcome to another segment with me. Now, in case you haven't been paying attention, today is March the 4th, which means that Dragon Ball Evolution comes out in 9 days over in Japan and probably throughout the rest of Asia too. But we still have to wait a month before it comes out here in the States and everywhere else, practically everywhere else. Now, I'm just gonna give out my pre-analysis for exactly how I think this movie is gonna perform in the box office, and um, um, I've been seeing people really debating this topic. Some don't think it's gonna do that well. Um, Mostly like the people who hate the movie, and again, those of us like who are actually more tolerant of how the movie's looking. We think that it's gonna perform well, or we're kind of worried. I'm kind of worried as to how it's gonna perform. Still, it just depends on how the movie, how good it actually is, and how much people like it, especially like the fans, the naysayers, and like the people who don't know anything about Dragon Ball and are just curious to see about this thing. Now, the first thing I'm gonna tell you is that um, the thing to pay attention to is not the opening weekend. Like, if you're worried about this thing, what to be worried about is not the opening weekend, and I'm gonna tell you why. What you should be more concerned with, or what I feel you should be more concerned with, is the second week. I feel like the second week is what really makes or breaks a movie in the box office domestically, because a movie could hope open huge in the first week, and by the second week it can like severely drop, and the things that would cause that would be like word of mouth. And if people go to see that the first weekend they don't like it, right, obviously they're gonna tell people that don't see this movie, and then the sales are gonna drop domestically. That same thing happened to Hulk way back in 2003. It opened to like 60 million in its opening week, and that was a huge opening for it. But by the second week, it fell 70%, and like because obviously like the movie wasn't good, and word of mouth spread, and people didn't like it. People didn't see it after that. So that the same thing the opposite thing could happen. It could have kind of like a moderate opening in the opening week, and if people really like it, then of course it's gonna like the sales during the second week is gonna shoot up, and then people are gonna see it, and then that's gonna warrant like a sequel and stuff like that. Now, some of like what concerns me and what concerns other people is like the lack of promotion that so far has been going on. Like there hasn't been a lot of promotion going on here, and if we want this movie, if this movie is going to be successful, they I think like Fox definitely needs to spend like all of this month promoting this movie, really. And they've already started actually. There was I believe Entertainment Weekly, the magazine Entertainment Weekly, like there was kind of like an they had their top 17 most anticipated movies for the spring, and Dragon Ball Evolution was one of those 17 movies on there. So, and I'm guessing I don't read the magazine, but I'm guessing a lot of people do. So for those who do like pay attention to that, this is excellent promotion because it's gonna spread the word out. But we need to start getting like TV spots, and I would say a new trailer with like putting in new scenes and some of the more exciting scenes, because like the first two trailers it didn't show like the really exciting scenes, so obviously like people weren't like really happy about how the movie looked. But like the other trailer, like the more recent trailer that appeared in like Japan, that like some of us over here have seen, saying of course it was much more exciting, showed more of the story and more exciting scenes, and more people already like the movie. Some of the people who hated it before, they like it now, and now they're actually interested in watching the movie. That's what Fox needs to do here. They need to release a new trailer with with new scenes, exciting, that really shows how exciting this movie is going to be. Release it here this month. They really need to like get their gears moving like right now and promote this thing, because they need all of this money. They need all the time they can get, because they've been focused so much on Asia, in all of Asia, and like everywhere else, like everyone else has like gotten pretty much nothing compared to that. So that's really what it's gonna take, and uh, that's really what it's gonna take for this movie to perform successfully. And um, I'm confident it's gonna make at least a moderate amount because if you know Final Destination, the whole Final Destination franchise, I don't like those movies, but maybe some of you do. But James Wong, who is the director of this movie, he directed the first and third movie, and Destination 3 opened to 200 plus million in its opening week. I mean, really, like those movies like suck really basically, like I'd say. So if that can open to that much, I'm pretty sure like Dragon Ball Evolution can do that at least that much too. But again, it just depends on how well they spend this month promoting, and I really hope that they take advantage of that to get the word out. So um, just again, tell me what you think about how how it's gonna work out this whole month, because this is really crucial if this movie is to be successful and if we can build up on the franchise. So tell me what you think, and I'm glad you listened to me.